The moon above our roof tonight looks borrowed from the past. It hangs there like a silver coin we spent too fast. The bedroom wall is quiet blue. The fan turns slow and low. I count the spaces in between the life I had to know. Borrowed moon above our roof, tell me where the old light goes. Does it fall on someone new, or stay with those it knows? I loved you under borrowed light, I lost you in the proof. Now I keep looking up alone at the moon above our roof. We used to talk until the dawn, made colors on the floor. Now I speak inside my chest and don't unlock the door. The stars are small and far away, like answers out of reach. I ask the sky to let you go, but it gives you back to me. Borrowed moon above our roof, tell me where the old light goes. Does it fall on someone new, or stay with those it knows? I loved you under borrowed light, I lost you in the proof. Now I keep looking up alone at the moon above our roof. If love was only light we held, then maybe it was never ours. But why does every midnight bloom with your name among the stars? Our moon above our roof, shine softer if you can. You keep showing me the place where I once held your hand. I loved you on the borrowed light, I lost you in the proof. Now I keep looking up alone at the moon above our roof. The city forgot our route. The buses changed their line. The bakery closed last autumn. The old clock lost its time, but I still turn at every corner where your hand once pulled me near. The maps have all moved forward, I'm the only one still here. The city forgot our route, but I still know the way. Past the wall with peeling posters, past the place you asked me to stay. Everything has changed its name, but I remember the truth. The world moved on without us. The city forgot our route. The bench beneath the station sign is painted green instead of red. Two strangers sat where we once promised things we never should have said. I walked until the daylight thinned, until the shops went blind. You were not in any window, but you keep reading old directions written underneath it all. The city forgot our route, but I still walk it slow. Past the life we almost built, past the love I can't unknow. Everything has changed its name, but I remember the truth. The world moved on without us. The city forgot our road. Dinner for a ghost. I said to place without thinking, and stood there in the steam. The table looked too honest, too bright, too clean. The candle made a small gold circle. Your chair stayed pulled away. I cooked the dish you loved before, but love had lost its place. Dinner for a ghost, a glass beside my own. I'm feeding all the memories that will not leave me alone. The food grows cold, the room grows wide, the silence pulls me close. I'm still making room for you at dinner for a ghost. The radio played a slow old song, not ours, but almost near. The window caught my reflection and made you disappear. I lift the fork, I put it down, I laugh without a sound. There are many ways to break before the heart breaks down. Dinner for a ghost, a glass beside my own. I'm feeding all the memories that will not leave me alone. The food grows cold, the room grows wide, the silence pulls me close. I'm still making room for you at dinner for a Maybe one day I'll clear your plate. Maybe one day I'll learn. But tonight the empty chair is the only place I turn. Dinner for a ghost, a prayer without a name. I taste the life we almost had in every quiet flame. The food grows cold, the room grows wide, the silence pulls me close. I'm still making room for you at dinner for a ghost. The hallway held its breath when you left. Your footsteps folded into the floor. I stood where the silence opened, with my hand still close to the door. The lock turned once like a warning. The room went soft and strange. Everything stayed in its place, but nothing felt the same. After the door learned your name, it never closed right again. Every quiet sound came back to me, wearing the shape of when I keep reaching through the empty air, like love is still standing there. After the door learned your name, goodbye became this room. Your jacket's shadow on the wall looked almost like you at dawn. I almost said come back inside, and remembered you were gone. The ceiling light kept flickering, like it knew what we became. A house can feel abandoned when only one heart stays. After the door learned your name, it never closed right again. Every quiet sound came back to me, wearing the shape of when I keep reaching through the empty air, like love is still standing there. After the door learned your name, goodbye became this room. I would have held the evening still, I would have begged the moon to wait, but some words arrive too broken, and some love arrives too late. After the door learned your name, it echoed you through the frame. Now every night walks in alone, calling me by your pain. I keep breathing through the empty air, like your heart might find me there. After the door learned your name, goodbye became my room. The letters in the lower drawer are folded like sleeping birds. I know each line by heart now, every careless tender word. The paper's turning yellow, but your ink still cuts through. How can something so quiet still speak louder than you? Letters in the lower drawer I should not read again, but every page becomes a door to who we were back then. You wrote forever softly, like forever could be sure. Now my heart keeps opening. Letters in the lower drawer. One note had a coffee stain, one had a crooked heart. One said don't forget tonight, like night would never part. I tried to close the wooden frame, but my fingers won't obey. Some memories have a handle, and they know how to stay. Letters in the lower drawer I should not read again, but every page becomes a door to who we were back then. You wrote forever softly, like forever could be sure. Now my heart keeps opening. Letters in the lower drawer. I don't blame your handwriting for promises that changed, but I still see the person who meant them all. letters in the lower drawer. Your voice without a sound. I hold the words against my chest, like they might turn around. You wrote forever softly, like forever could be sure. Now my heart keeps opening letters in the lower drawer. The elevator skipped our floor when rising past the place we knew. I watched the numbers climb away like I was losing you. The lobby smelled like polished stone. A stranger held the door. I heard you laugh behind my back, but it wasn't yours anymore. The elevator skipped our floor, just like your heart skipped mine. I waited with my hands gone cold, staring at the sign. Maybe love is moving on behind a closing door. I'm still here with all we were. The elevator skipped our floor. We used to stand between the lights, shoulder touching in a hush. A 10-second ride to heaven before heaven gave us up. Now every bell that rings above feels like a small goodbye. I press the button one more time, as if the past might try. The elevator skipped our floor, just like your heart skipped mine. I waited with my hands gone cold, staring at the sign. Maybe love is moving on behind a closing door. I'm still here with all we were. The elevator skipped our floor. I wanted us to rise again, but you chose another view. I kept holding the lower ground, still looking up for you. The elevator skipped our floor and left me in the light. All the numbers disappeared, but not our final night. Maybe love is moving on where I can't follow anymore. I'm still here with all we were. The elevator skipped our floor. Your keys still rest on the marble table, cold metal in the morning light. One silver ring, one broken charm, one piece of our old life. I hear them move when nothing moves, like memory has hands. I almost call you to come get them, but I know how that would end. Your keys on the marble table still know the way back home. can't leave. The kitchen smells like yesterday, but the chairs don't sound the same. I eat beside the quiet place where you used to say my name. I trace the scratches on the stone, little maps of us. How can something so small hold everything I loved? Your keys on the marble table still know the way back home. They shine like tiny promises you left here all alone. I can't throw away the proof that you once belonged to me. Your keys on the marble table unlock what I can't leave. Maybe I should nail them back. Maybe I should let them go. But if I lose the last small sound of you, what will this silence hold? Your keys on the marble table still cut through the quiet room. They open every memory I keep trying not to use. I can't throw away the proof that love was once this real. Your keys on the marble table unlock what I still feel. I passed Lavender Street at 2:13. The corner shop was closed. The neon sign kept blinking blue, like a heart that almost knows. We used to walk there slowly, hands hidden in our sleeves. Now every empty sidewalk turns around and looks at me. Lavender Street at 2:13 still keeps your laugh in the air. I walked past all our old beginnings and found you everywhere. The city tried to move along, but I stayed in between, still loving what we used to be on Lavender Street. 2:13. A taxi washed the pavement gold. A stranger crossed your light. For half a second I believed the past could change its mind. The traffic hummed like distant strings. My phone stayed cold and black. Some places don't forgive you, forever coming back. Lavender Street at 2:13 still keeps your laugh in the air. I walked past all our old beginnings and found you everywhere. The city tried to move along, but I stayed in between, still loving what we used to be on Lavender Street at 2:13. If I could stop one traffic light, if I could hold one frame, I need you there before the end, before love learned to change. Lavender Street at 2:13 was glowing like a dream. I lost you in the open road, but you stayed under my feet. The city tried to move along. I Street at 213. I cleaned the room on Sunday, threw away the faded flowers. I opened every curtain, let the air move for hours. But when the house grew lighter, something stayed behind. Not a thing I could carry, not a thing I could find. There is love I cannot empty, no matter what I remove. It lives under the quiet, it breathes where I once held you. I can't leave the lights on, I can't change the sheets, but there is love I cannot empty, still filling all of me. I boxed the little souvenirs, the ticket stubs, the rings. I gave the walls new photographs. I tried changing everything, but healing isn't silence, and moving isn't gone. Sometimes the heart keeps singing after the music has moved on. There is love I cannot empty, no matter what I remove. It lives under the quiet, it breathes where I once held you. I can't leave the lights on, I can't change the sheets, but there is love I cannot empty, still filling all of me. So I won't call it weakness, I won't call it shame. Some loves leave the room forever, but never leave the frame. I will learn to carry softly, I will learn to stand. Not every goodbye means losing the love left in your hands. There is love I cannot empty, but maybe that is peace, a quiet kind of forever that no longer makes me bleed. I can't leave the lights on, I can finally breathe. There is a love I cannot empty, but it no longer empties me. The lamp still glows beside the bed, a little sun we never turned down. It paints your side in amber light, like you might still come around. I don't touch the switch anymore, I let it burn the truth. Some flames are not for seeing, they only remember you. The lamp we Even the night looks incomplete without your breathing beside mine. The clock keeps moving forward, but this room won't leave the past. Love doesn't always disappear. Sometimes it learns to last. The lamp we left awake keeps waiting through the dark. It shines on all the empty space. You opened it in my heart. I don't know how to sleep where your shadow used to lay. So I stay here with the light from the lamp we left awake. Maybe tomorrow I'll turn it off. Maybe tomorrow I'll be strong. But tonight it feels like losing you all over again. When it's gone, we left awake still burns like your goodbye. It lights the sheets, the quiet walls, the place I learned to hide. I don't know how to dream when the dream has walked away. So I stay here with the light from the lamp we left awake. Cinema seats for one. I bought one ticket near the back where we used to hide from light. The screen was full of other lives, but none of them felt right. The previews rolled like memories too bright to look away. I reached beside me in the dark and touched an empty place. Cinema seats for one. Popcorn growing cold. A love story on the screen, and ours left untold. Everybody watched the ending. I was stuck where we begun, still saving you, a shadow in cinema seats for one. The couple in the front row laughed, their hands were intertwined. I stared through all the golden dust floating in the projector light. The hero ran through airport gates, the music rose too high. I stayed quiet through the rescue because you never try. Cinema seats for one. Popcorn growing cold. A love story on the screen, and ours left untold. Everybody watched the ending. I was stuck where we begun, still saving you, a shadow in cinema seats for one. I turn the photographs facing down, but I still know every smile. The frames became small black squares on the shelf for a while. I thought if I hid the evidence, the room would let me breathe. But love does not need pictures to make a heart believe. Photographs facing down can't hide what I still see. You're brighter in the dark, somehow still looking back at me. I cover every memory, but none of them will drown. You live behind my eyelids. Photographs facing down. One frame holds a summer bridge, one holds your sleepy grin. One was taken right before the ending entered in. The glass reflects the ceiling light, a tiny broken moon. I turn away from all of them, still turn back too soon. Photographs facing down can't hide what I still see. You're brighter in the dark, somehow still looking back at me. I cover every memory, but none of them will drown. You live behind my eyelids. Photographs facing I don't need the image to know your face by heart. You left a frame behind you, but you didn't leave the dark. Photographs facing down, the shelf feels like a grave. I buried little moments there, but they still call my name. I cover every memory, but none of them will drown. You live behind my eyelids. Photographs facing down. There's a mark on the bedroom wall where the frame used to be, a pale square of better days looking back at me. We said we'd hang our future there, a picture after rain. Now the nail is all that's left of what we tried to name. This is where the promise faded softly without a sound. Not all at once, not like thunder, just the slow way flowers bow down. I kept watering the love that had already changed. This is where the promise faded, and I still whispered your name. I found the tape behind the dresser, a receipt from moving day. You drew a heart beside the total, like nothing could decay. Rooms remember pressure, the weight of every vow. I touch the wall and understand why it feels colder now. This is where the promise faded softly without a sound. Not all at once, not like thunder, just the slow way flowers bow down. I kept watering a love that had already changed. This is where the promise faded, and I still whispered your name. This is where the promise faded under pain and quiet dust. Not all at once, not like thunder, just the slow undoing of us. I kept watering a love that had already changed. This is where the promise faded, and I still whispered your name. The suitcase full of weather, I packed a suitcase for the weather. Your summer shirt, my winter hands, a postcard from the seaside with no room left to send. I thought leaving town might help me, thought miles could make me new. But every road I followed carried something back to you. A suitcase full of weather, sunlight mixed with rain. I tried to fold the seasons up, but they opened into pain. No place felt far enough to make your memory sever. I only took myself away with a suitcase full of weather. The hotel mirror looked too clean, no history on the wall. But even in a borrowed room, I heard your almost call. The air conditioner whispered, the curtains breathed the dawn. I crossed 100 city lights and still brought you along. A suitcase full of weather, sunlight mixed with rain. I tried to fold the seasons up, but they opened into pain. No place felt far enough to make your memory sever. I only took myself away with a suitcase full of weather. Maybe the heart is not a place you can leave by getting gone. Maybe every road outside begins with what you carry on. A suitcase full of weather, clouds under my clothes. I ran from every little thing that followed me the most. No place felt far enough to make your memory sever. I only took myself away with a suitcase full of weather. Platform shook beneath my shoes, your suitcase by your side. I memorized your profile in the thin gray station light. You said you needed distance, the speaker swallowed sound. I nodded like a stranger while my whole sky was coming down. The train took your shadow, but left your goodbye behind. It pulled away with everything except you from my mind. I watched the windows blur to gold, then disappear from view. The train took your shadow, but I still carried you. A paper cup rolled near the tracks, no one cared enough to chase. I stood there after everyone had left the leaving place. The rails kept shining in a line, like they knew where to go. I had 2 feet on solid ground and nowhere left to hold. The train took your shadow, but left your goodbye behind. It pulled away with everything except you from my mind. I watched the windows blur to gold and disappear from view. The train took your shadow, but I still carried you. Maybe every distant city will learn your softer name. Maybe I'll stay on this platform, loving you through the change. The train took your shadow, and the evening lost its shape. The rails went quiet after you, but I still heard the break. I watched the windows blur to gold, then vanish into blue. The train took your shadow, but I still carried you. The windows fog when evening falls, like they're holding back the past. I write your name, then wipe it clean, but it always comes back fast. Outside the world is moving, bright headlights running through the rain. Inside I watch the glass become a mirror of your face. These windows remember us even when I try not to. They keep the shape of our old hands, the breath of me and you. I close the curtains, shut the light, still love finds a way through. These windows remember us, and I remember too. The neighbor's music climbs the wall, a slow song without a name. I turn it down inside my head, but your across the glass. Little rivers, little lines, I follow them to somewhere else, but they all lead to goodbye. These windows remember us, even when I try not to. They keep the shape of our old hands, the breath of me and you. I close the curtains, shut the light, still love finds a way through. These windows remember us, and I remember too. I used to see tomorrow, there two shadows in the blue. Now every pane reflects one heart, still standing next to you. These windows remember us more clearly than I do. They hold the nights we almost saved, the mornings we fell through. I close the curtains, shut the light, still love finds a way through. These windows remember us, and I remember too. I found your perfume on the winter coat, hanging by the stairs. One soft breath from older days was waiting for me there. The city outside was frozen, the street lights small and white, but one forgotten color brought back a warmer night. Perfume on the winter coat, a season I can't close. I hold the sleeve against my face, and there your memory goes. You left without a warning, but love stayed in the threads. Perfume on the winter coat, still sleeping where you left. We wore that coat together once, running from the snow. Your hands inside my pockets, your smile under my throat. Now the fabric hangs too heavy, like a sky about to fall. I whisper to the empty hall, but it says nothing at all. Perfume on the winter coat, a season I can't close. I hold the sleeve against my face, and there your memory goes. You left without a warning, but love stayed in the threads. Perfume on the winter coat, still sleeping where you left. I should take it to the cleaner, let the sand become unknown, but some part of me is frightened to make this house my home. Perfume on the winter coat, a ghost I almost wear. It wraps around my lonely bones, like you were still there. You left without a warning, but love stayed in the threads. Perfume on the winter coat, still sleeping where you left. half a cup of coffee cold beside the kitchen sink. I made it out of habit before I had time to think. You liked it sweet with nothing strong, a little cream, no foam. Now even morning tastes wrong when I wake up alone. Half a cup of yesterday is all I know to hold. I drink the memory slowly, even when it's cold. I keep making room for you in every small mistake. Love still sits across from me in half a cup of yesterday. The spoon keeps touching porcelain, a tiny silver sound. It used to start a conversation, now it only pulls me down. The sun comes through the curtain, too gentle for the truth. Another day begins again and starts losing you. Half a cup of yesterday is all I know to hold. I drink the memory slowly, even when it's cold. I keep making room for you in every small mistake. Love still sits across from me in half a cup of yesterday. I could pour it down the drain, watch the brown turn into clear, but I'm not ready for a morning where you were never here. Half a cup of yesterday still warms the wrong side of my hands. I keep sipping all the moments I don't know how to, and I keep making room for you in every breath I take. Love still sits across from me in half a cup of yesterday. The sunset touched your side of the bed, a final line of gold. It stayed there like a message from a story growing old. I watched it climb the pillow, then fall across the floor. Even light knows when to leave, but I keep asking more. Last light on your side, tell me how to let it die. How do I close the day when your love is still the sky? I know the dark is coming, I know I can't rewind, but I keep holding on to the last light on your side. The wall turned peach, then violet, then nothing I can name. I stayed still through every color, hoping one would stay. The room became a quiet sea, the shadows touched my feet. I almost felt your hand again in the space between. Last light on your side, tell me how to let it die. How do I close the day when your love is still the sky? I know the dark is coming, I still fills the sky. I know the dark is coming. I know I can't rewind, but I keep holding on to the last light on your side. Your sweater sits in the quiet chair, sleeves folded like a prayer. I haven't moved it since the night you left it lying there. It holds the shape of almost you, soft cotton, faded gray. I tell myself it's only cloth, then lose another day. Your sweater in the quiet chair still feels warmer than this room. I hold it close when morning comes, like it might turn into you. I know life cannot live in fabric, but I keep breathing there in the folds of what you left behind. Your sweater in the quiet chair. The window opens by itself, a little cold slips through. I catch the scent of older days and stand there missing you. I should wash away the memory, let the air become my home. But some ghosts are gentle enough to make an empty house feel home. Your sweater in the quiet chair still feels warmer than this room. I hold it close when morning comes, like it might turn into you. I know life cannot live in fabric, but I keep breathing there in the folds of what you left behind. Your sweater in the quiet Maybe keeping it is weakness, maybe letting go is worse. Either way I lose you twice, once in life and once in words. Your sweater in the quiet chair has heard every silent plea. It knows the weight of all the nights you still come back.